Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to CSS Studios. Today we're going to be taking a look at how we track bass. Okay, so today we have a client coming in. His name is Taylor Pfeiffer. He worked with us back in December. He tracked a single with us, and he's back to record his EP. He's already tracked acoustic guitar and vocals, and then we sent those off to a studio in Austin or Dallas. We sent it off to another studio where his friend works, and he's tracking steel guitar and background vocals for us. And today he's coming in to track bass, and I thought we could do a quick video on just the signal flow and what we do and how we set up bass. Starting off, I have our intern Charlie here. Say what's up.
Hey.
Yeah, he's setting up the DAW. One thing that you want to do when you're working with professional clients that are paying you like this is you want to get everything all set up and ready before they're even here. You want to make sure that you have your preamps, you have your mics, you have your DAW, everything all set up, just so when they get here, they're not waiting around. They're paying by the hour, and you know that's a lot of money for them. You don't want them to be sitting around waiting. That's how you lose clients, really. But yeah, so we'll take you through beginning to end and show you how it goes.
Alright, so we're starting in the DAW. I set up two channels, one for DI and one for on the amp, and I set them corresponding to these two channels on the mixer.
Okay, so what we do next is we take a look at the amps we have, or maybe if the artist wants to bring in their own amp or something. This particular artist just wanted to use ours. So went through our amps. We got this Bassman, and we've got a Fender Rumble 30. I've got this amp that I'm sitting on. This is kind of a Americana folky track, so I thought that this Rumble 30 would do pretty good. It's real clean and simple. So what I've done is I've rolled off a little bit of bass, rolled off maybe 5 dB of mids, and then boosted maybe 4 or 5 dB at the treble. Kind of get this, you know, pretty clean tone. This bass is out of tune, but yeah, I think that this is going to be a good tone for us. And next we're going to go to miking the amp.
Alright, I got the bass plugged into a DI, sending a dry signal straight into the control room, and I got this plugged into a Beta 52 copy that's angled slightly towards the center of the cone.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the gain on this preamp here for the DI. Go ahead, Charlie. So that's a pretty good signal. I think it sounds better on 300 ohms here. So we got our input, gain, and then our output volume. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm making sure that I have a good signal coming into the console and then into my DAW. So I'm just going to pull up the fader here. So that's a little, it's good on the console, and it's a little hot in the DAW, so I'll just pull it down a little tiny bit. There, I like it to hit about -12 dB, and that seems to be good. So I'll mute that. Okay, Charlie, turn on the bass amp. Okay, so I don't know if you can hear in the video here, but there's a little bit of a buzz in here, which means there's a grounding issue. Charlie, can you switch that ground lift switch? See, he switched the ground lift, and that fixed the problem. All right, play. So I'm just using the preamps in the mixer here. I'm going to use this channel strip. That actually sounds pretty good. Okay, can you move the mic towards the cone a little bit? So what I'm doing is I'm having him in the next room move the microphone just a little bit, and we're going to kind of, you know, move it around and find the best sounding spot for the mic. Alright, play. Okay, see, I like that better. That's got a little more low end, it's a little fatter. Let's see what it looks like in the DAW. I'm going to give it a little more gain. See, now I think I'm getting a little too much low end, but I can go ahead and punch in an EQ and pull some of that low end out. Let's see. Okay, so what I've done is I've pulled out about 5 dB at like 85 hertz, and that kind of cleaned it up, and I think I really like that tone, so I think we'll stick with that. Alright, play something! Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to them both together and see how it sounds. So that's the bass amp, and that's the bass DI. DI's a lot, you know, cleaner, but not as much, you know, soul to it. Alright, I think we're going to stick with that. And we'll track the DI and the amp, but I'm pretty sure we're going to go with the amp. Okay, so just to recap the signal flow, we have the bass plugged into a DI box, which is sending a dry signal here to our 573 preamp, and then going to the console and into the DAW. And then we have our Rumble 30 mic'd up with a Beta 52 copy, and it's kind of angled just barely to the dust cap and sending straight into the X32 and into the DAW.
Hey guys, I'm Taylor Pfeiffer. I'm in the studio working on my new EP called Stories. We are recording some bass for a song called My Door.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Rolling.
If I could write you a letter, I'd say I miss you, and that I just want to know how you've been. I'd ask you if I could come and talk to you, I'd say I forgive you for all of the things you did to me. If I could just get in my car.
So we're currently tracking Taylor Pfeiffer right now. He's got one song down, bass done. We're on the second song, retuning for the next song, and yeah, not much to it. Is it cool if I punch you in right there?
It's great.
Alright, I'll give you a little bit of lead before then so you know where you're at.
Perfect. I'll play with it.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to put you just before the lyrics.
Yeah.
Just play with it so you know where you're at, and then I'll punch you in where it's needed.
Perfect.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Alright. Let me just get situated here real quick.
Sure.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Alright, rolling.
Just get in my car. You're really not that far, but I can't seem to pick up.
So what I did was I pressed play and let him play along with it, and I punched him in. I pressed record right when the part that he missed was at, so we'd have to redo the whole thing. And it should sound pretty good. Punched him in at a time where there was a break in the bass.
Hey guys, thanks for checking out the studio. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, all that under TS Pfeiffer, and stay tuned for when the album will come out.
Alright, thanks for checking out the video, guys. You can find us on Instagram at CSS Studios, on Facebook at Color in the Shape of Sound Studios, of course here on YouTube at Color in the Shape of Sound Studios. And we also have a website now. You can find that at css-studios.weebly.com. Thanks. Bye.